clear that up? Did you hear me?
I've got a very busy day today.
Why? Why does it always end this way? You were fine when you woke up this morning. What's upset you? Are you listening?
What?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Hey!
Nick!
What? What you got there?
Nothing.
Must be something interesting.
I'm so sorry. I mean, how could they call you a killer anyway? I'm sure you can sue. They're obviously just making it up as they go along. Hey, have you seen the paper?
No.
Look.
What?
Local GP Nick West has been branded a killer by a poison pen writer. The Lethbridge News can exclusively reveal that the Mill Health Centre doctor is the victim of a vicious hate mail campaign. A sickening series of allegations seen by this paper accuse the 45-year-old divorcee of murder. In one letter, the writer warns, "You think it's in the past, but I'll never forget. What you did to me will never be forgiven." The writer goes on to blame the good-looking GP for destroying their family. Our investigations show that after a young girl died in 2001, Dr. West was found guilty of serious misconduct by the General Medical Council. We can reveal that although cleared by the courts, the shamed doc was suspended from the medical register and forced to retrain before he could practice again.
How did they find out about the letters?
Wait, is it true?
Does Nick know about this?
Yeah.
Minute. Nick, I've just seen the paper. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Look, if there's anything I can do...
Not now, Julia.
Oh, is it that time already?
Yes.
This is John, Neil's mate from work. Washing machine's on the blink again. This is Michelle, the nurse from the health centre.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
John's always helping out now that Neil's, well, you know, he's one in a million. I don't know what we'd do without him.
Hey, stop it. You make me blush. I'll be back when I get the part.
Are you dressed? The nurse is here. Neil!
I'm not ready yet!
It sounds as if he's made a start. Would you like a cup of coffee?
Oh, yeah, I'd love one, thanks.
So, how's it going?
Oh, not too bad. We have our good days and bad days. This morning isn't one of his best.
Well, it's to be expected.
Oh, sometimes he's the same as he used to be. You wouldn't know there was anything wrong. And then there are days like today when he can't remember what he was doing an hour before. It drives him mad.
But what about you? How are you coping?
Fine.
Really?
Well, I have my good days and bad days as well.
Have you had the chance to see what help's available? There are specific support groups for early onset Alzheimer's.
No, we're doing all right on our own. Neil wouldn't feel comfortable with outsiders.
The help isn't just available for Neil. It must be very hard for you too.
We get by.
Mrs. Simmons, I can assure you there is nothing to worry about.
Is Greg off today?
What?
Greg, is he...
Yes, he is.
Yeah, well, you know what they say, you shouldn't believe everything you read. Mrs. Simmons? Charming.
Mrs. Simmons.
Dr. West.
She arrived yet?
She just cancelled.
Nick,
I didn't know the local rag had such a big readership.
You must be feeling absolutely awful.
That's a bit of an understatement.
How do you think they found out in the first place?
I don't know. But when I find out,
Well, Greg could ask Rico.
why would he ask him?
Well, he sometimes works at the paper. He might know something.
That's starting to make sense.
I just thought it might...
Yeah, maybe in future it's better if you didn't.
So, are you ready to be unstitched? Neil? Neil,
What?
I'm Nurse Corrigan. Michelle from the health centre.
Yes.
I'm here to take your stitches out.
Yes, I know who you are. Why does everyone treat me like an idiot? I know what's going on.
So, how have you been getting on? Have you been out recently?
Well, what's the point? I've probably forgotten where I've been after 5 minutes.
Look, I know it's not your fault, and I know I've said it before, but I really think that counselling might help you come to terms
I'm
with...
losing my mind. That's one thing I'd be quite happy to forget.
Right. Well, I'll leave some numbers with Jackie just in case.
Listen, I appreciate you doing your job, but it's just not worth it. I'm half the man I was.
Is it your anniversary?
It was always me that remembered. I always used to do something special. Give Jackie a little treat. Sometimes I think I'd be better off dead.
Don't say that. What about Jackie?
It's a solution. Not that I blame her, it's not her fault.
What's not her fault?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Come on, pick up. Greg, it's Nick. You know why I'm calling. Bring me back. Greg? Done it. Advice. Yep. Put him through.
Neil?
Hmm?
How did you get these? Well, they must have hurt at the time. You've been having more accidents.
I don't know.
So none on the other arm. It's the same kind of bruising.
So?
Well, you don't get them from falling over. What did you mean earlier when you said it wasn't her fault?
Forget it. I do.
Did Jackie do this to you?
You finished?
I'm concerned about the bruises on Neil's arms.
I didn't realise he had any. Maybe he fell over.
No. They look like finger marks, as if someone's grabbed him and held him.
It's ridiculous. Neil, let me see.
Go away, I've had enough poking and prodding.
It's probably best if you went.
How did he get that cut?
I told you how.
No, actually, you didn't.
He was trying to make some dinner, cutting vegetables.
Look, I know you're both under a lot of pressure, so...
Yeah, well, I'd better keep a closer eye on
Will
him.
you both stop talking about me as if I'm not here? All I want's a bit of peace.
I think you finished here. You're upsetting him.
Jackie, I need
Will
to...
you all leave me alone?
Look, you're making him worse.
You have to tell me.
No one listening to me!
You can see yourself out. What did you say to her?
Nothing.
Well, you must have said something about me, or she wouldn't have asked all those questions.
How dare you interrogate me? If you're so concerned, why don't you do us all a favour and find yourself another doctor? Mr. Paul wants to know how many patients I've killed.
Ah, yeah, well, he'd be happy to believe the worst about anybody.
Guess he's got a point. Shouldn't patients have the right to know if their doctor's killed someone?
Nick, it was a genuine mistake.
One way to describe it.
Look, we can cover for you if you'd like to take a few days off.
You know, I've tried so hard to rebuild my life since... When I started here, I didn't think it'd follow me. I'm so sorry. It can't be great for you or the rest of the practice.
Oh, I think we'll survive. Look, today, why don't you just do some paperwork instead of putting yourself through the ordeal of seeing patients? You are going to have to put this behind you, you know. There's nothing you can do about it now.
Yes, there is. Thank you.
Can we go back to bed now, please?
I thought you wanted to go shopping.
Boring. Come on. How often do we get the chance to spend all day in bed? How's that?
It's probably the anti-gay squad come to stop you having your wicked way with me. Do the washing up, and maybe you'll get happy. Nick, what are you doing here?
But you don't know. Have you any idea what you've done? Was it worth it? Ruining my life for a story like this?
Sorry?
Can you just calm down?
So, what was it? A little bit of pillow talk? You know, you thought you'd turn to your advantage, advance your career, and destroy mine?
I honestly have no idea what you're talking about.
Right.
Let me have a look at this. Nick, we had nothing to do with this.
So what are you telling me? It's a coincidence? You knew about the letters and my life. And hey, presto, the story appears in this.
I had nothing to do with this.
I should have been able to trust you.
If you're not even going to listen to us, Nick...
What's the point? Congratulations on your skip.
But what if she's abusing him?
Well, you've got no proof of that.
I don't count the bruises and the cut as having no proof.
Look, with his condition, it's quite possible that...
Oh, don't tell me you walked into a door, Joe.
No, I'm not saying that.
Okay, so what about him saying it wasn't her fault?
Well, that could mean anything.
No, there's an atmosphere, sort of secretive. There's definitely something going on. Oh, that's it. I'm definitely contacting social services.
To tell them what? You've got to have something factual to go on.
Haven't you listened to anything I've just said?
Yes, and it all boils down to suspicion and supposition. You've got to be really sure before you bring your big guns in. What have you wrong?
So, I should just ignore it?
No. Which doctor has he been seeing?
Nick.
Well, maybe not today, but you need to talk to him about it before you do anything else. He can probably shed some light on the situation.
I want to sort it now.
Speak to Nick first.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry?
Well, Nick's my colleague. I kind of feel responsible.
It's not your fault. It's not my fault.
You didn't mention it to anyone in the paper, did you?
Absolutely not. You think I did it?
No, of course I don't. I can just see where Nick's coming from. That's all. It's a pretty big coincidence.
I can't believe you're listening to the rantings of
Of a friend. Someone I work with. And I'm not listening to him, Rico. I'm just trying...
Oh, just believe what you want, okay?
You okay?
Never better.
I should have thought before I spoke. More importantly, I should have thought about the person that you are. And that is someone that I love and trust and who I know would never betray me.
Do you really think that I would risk our relationship for a story?
No, I'm really sorry. I know you wouldn't have said anything.
Really?
Yeah. Listen, I'm going to go and see Nick and get this whole thing straightened out, okay?
I'll go to the paper. Maybe the reporter can tell me about how he got the story, okay?
What did I ever do to deserve you?
Oh, you'll find out later.
Hey, baby, it's me. Look, I really need to speak to you. If you've seen today's papers, you'll know why. Sadie,
There you go then. Your next appointment's in a month's time. Okay, bye-bye.
It's Nick and I need to speak to him.
Yes, but he looks awful.
It's important. I'm worried about a patient of his. I think he's being mistreated. And well, Nick is his doctor, so...
what have I done now?
Nothing. Look, I know now isn't a good time,
No.
but Nick, this is really important.
Wait.
Do you want to put this on?
No.
Shall I make us bangers and mash tonight? We could eat it in front of the telly.
Is that all I'm good for? Drooling in front of the TV?
No, of course not. I just... Oh, I haven't worn this in ages.
Why are you putting that on?
No reason.
Put it back now! Spoiling everything!
Calm down, love.
Why are you treating me like this?
I'm trying my best.
That's not good enough. Go and get my mum.
She's dead.
Liar!
Don't start.
I want my mum now!
Well, she's dead!
I mean, how could you think that either of us would do this to you?
Then it's someone else from here.
Like who?
Donna.
Why on earth would you think that?
She kept the letters. She's always been interested in what's going on. She showed me the article.
Which doesn't prove she had anything to do with it. Nick, have you ever thought it's more likely to be the person who sent the letters in the first place?
What, as the police can't find out who that is? We're no closer to knowing anything. Sorry. We're thinking straight.
Well, let's just hope that Rico has more success, yeah?
Neil? John's come to see you. John from work. Your friend?
Why?
Got to put a new part in the washing machine. Had to go to half a dozen
I could have
shops.
done that. Yeah, you can go now.
Answer it. We'll be fine. Won't we, Neil? Some of the blokes at the depot put these photos together for you. Our glory days. I can't believe how young we look.
Why?
They were good times. Good memories.
I've hardly any left, and yet you want to take the rest. Stop trying to take everything away from me!
I'm trying to help.
No, you're not! We don't need you! I'm sorry.
I know.
Look, I've told you, now's not a convenient time.
I really think you should let me in so I can talk to you about my concerns.
What concerns?
It would be a lot easier to discuss this inside.
5 minutes.
You shouldn't be so hard on Jackie.
Do you think I want to be like this?
No, of course not. I'm just saying. Can't you see how she's struggling?
Can you leave? I'm tired.
Those kind of marks don't just appear out of nowhere.
You think I'm hurting him? Well, I think you should leave.
This really isn't helping your case.
What case? You don't know what you're talking about. Just go.
This is how you deal with things. Look, I'm going to have to get Dr. West to contact social services.
Oh, well, I would have thought Dr. West had enough problems of his own.
Is everything all right?
She thinks I hurt Neil.
You've got it all wrong. We have got to sort this whole mess out. Tell her the truth.
Please, Jackie, I just want to help.
You can't. No one can.
Remember, write it down. Remember, write it down. Please, it can't go on like this.
No. We agreed.
What's the point of hiding it? Neil got the cut when Jackie was trying to protect herself. He launched himself at her when she was cutting vegetables. Show her.
Please, let me see.
He didn't mean to.
Jackie, I'm so sorry.
The bruises on his arm, it's when I had to step in. He's still a strong man. It took all my strength to hold him.
But he can't help it. Who would blame him?
Why didn't you tell anyone what's been happening to you? There's loads of help out there. Respite.
I thought he didn't love me anymore. And then when he hit me, if I'd have known it was the disease, I would never have done it.
Then what? Oh, right, I see.
Me and John, we've been seeing each other for about a year. It all started because of Neil's mood swings. I was suddenly married to a different man. I didn't know then that it was part of his illness. But it's gone too far. And him being violent, it's my comeuppance to deserve it.
Don't be ridiculous. The violence has got nothing to do with you and me. It started before we got together.
Yeah, it's more likely the violence is a symptom of his condition or frustration at what's been happening to him.
There you go. That's what I said.
We used to be so happy. We'd never been able to have children, but it seemed to bring us even closer together. He was my best friend. I should never have. I still love him, but...
The Neil that you're talking about doesn't exist anymore.
Don't say that.
I know, but look what's happened already.
I can't leave him. That's the end of it.
The reporter was a bit cagey. He knows I'm with Greg. All he would say was that they received copies of the letters and a note saying that they should take a look at the GMC records. And like the letters, it was anonymous.
So we're back to square one.
Hi.
Hey. This is Sadie.
Got your message. Message with you straight away. Okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
What kind of a woman betrays her sick husband with his best friend?
You're not thinking straight. I thought you said you could help. Tell her she has to leave him.
It's really not my place to. Although I don't think the situation's going to get any better.
You see? Can't you see how much I care about you? I love you so much.
Neil.
I can't believe it. First the letter and now this.
I'll try and find out some more.
Thanks. Hey, sorry about earlier. See ya. So glad you're here.
What was all that about?
Me making a fool of myself. Come on, let's get out of this joint.
And so I don't want to hear any more excuses or lies.
I think I should go. They'll be sending out a search party.
I'd really appreciate it if you could stay that little bit longer.
Neil, I want to...
Stop. I'm having one of my more saner moments. So I want you all to listen while I can remember to what I have to say. I've even written it down so I won't forget. Listen, mate, we would never... Please, let me speak. Don't worry, I've known about you both for a while now. I'm not completely gaga.
I don't know what to say.
There's nothing to say. In a funny sort of way, it makes it easier. I don't want to be a burden anymore.
You're not.
Please, no more lies. Makes me feel good that I know you're being looked after. John's a good man.
Neil?
You're still young and attractive. I don't want you to be a prisoner. I'm a very lucky man. You and me have had some good times, and I want you to remember the good years.
Oh, Neil.
What are my options?
You mean treatment?
I was thinking more along the lines of long-term care. A nursing home.
You can't. I'll look after you.
Is it possible?
No!
Made my decision.
At least he's got Sadie.
He's gonna need her. The reporter thinks the story's gonna be big. One that might kickstart his career.
How?
He's gonna take it to the Nationals.
You're kidding me.
Afraid not.
Well, is there anything we can do to stop him?
Nick could get an injunction, but if it's all true...
Your money, your show. Watchdogs on the case tonight at 7. Next on BBC One, the movies can be murder. Jessica is in Tinseltown for Murder, She Wrote.